Why is there tape on the back of Brianna Liston's left leg? Is this something that we should be concerned about? Particularly since she's missing from today's 100 meters at the Tom Jones Memorial Invitational. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, they're ready? Yep, good to go. Yesterday at the Tom Jones Memorial 2024, Jamaica's Brianna Liston opened her official 2024 outdoor season in the women's 200 meters with an impressive third place finish after all the timed finals, running a time of 22.46 with hurricane winds pushing her. I think the winds were something like, the winds were ridiculous, plus 3.1 or something like that. I'll tell you in a few. However, at the end of the race, one of our regulars, D-A-N-D 6450, had pointed out that she was wearing a supportive tape on the back of her upper left thigh. And I hadn't really seen it until I took a good look again at the race. Take a look yourself.
On the outside is Ballard of Alabama. And Lyston at 22.46. Went above the legal limit. Francis at 22.82. James at 22.99. Limit. Francis at 22.82. James at 22.99.
So I slowed it down once more that you can see. You can see clearly it's a purple tape, the same color as the LSU color. And this kind of got me thinking, because the fact is that DAND6450 had mentioned that she was wearing tape in a previous race. I think it was during the indoor season, and I just never saw that tape. And it kind of got me thinking, because, you know, when you wear an athlete wears a tape like this, it could be supportive, merely, you know, a preventative measure, or it could be an issue. So look at the end of the actual 200 meter again from a different angle.
Looks like Lyston of LSU out in front on that left-hand side, and she is not going to be caught. Lyston of LSU.
So is this tape supportive, or is there an issue? Recently, I was fortunate enough to have the love of my life say yes when I asked her to marry me, and on April the 7th, we took our vows in beautiful Montego Bay, Jamaica. And I have been overwhelmed, myself and my wife have been overwhelmed with the outpouring of love across all social media platforms. The love is real, and I really want to say thank you to all our close family, friends, fans, and friends and royals here. Now, some people have also asked if there's a way they could donate, and clearly we're already married, and it's really nice for you to think, you know, to make the suggestion. So we had already created a honeymoon fund. We call it a honey fund. If you want to donate, then, you know, by all means, I will leave a link in the description below. Thank you for the again, all the words of encouragement to myself and my wife. You are remarkable royals. Like I said, I'll leave a link for our honeymoon fund called the Honey Fund in the description below. If you want to contribute, you can contribute. Now, if you look at her astounding 7.07 run, her first indoor 60-meter dash for the 2024 season, where she established that incredible time of 7.070. I want you to look at the run, and you'll realize that there is no supportive tape there. She's wearing nothing on her legs, period. Just look. Now, this was her very, very first race for the 2024 season. This was, of course, indoor, her first race where she won that, ran at insane 7.07 seconds, 60-meter dash. But again, I'm slowing it right down. You can see there's no supportive tape there. And this kind of got me thinking. Now, we do know that Brianna Liston has had injury issues, and we also know that Coach Dennis Shavers has stated directly that These issues are something that they're very aware of. They're not trying to push her too hard. They're being very, very careful because as the LSU coach stated, the man who gave the world Sha'Carri Richardson and Aaliyah Hobbs, he believes that Brianna Liston is potentially the next Shelley and Fraser Price or Elaine Thompson-Herah. And some of you listen, I don't mean it literally. He's talking about level of greatness and sprinting prowess. That's what he's saying. He's not saying literally because that's nonsensical. He's just saying could become as great as, and that's a huge compliment, seeing as how these are the second and third fastest women all time in the history of mankind, as we know, over the 100 meters. Now this of course is my 2 cents. Looking back at the races, all her races, I don't see any discomfort in how she's running. She looks quite smooth. Technique is fine. Shoulders are relaxed. No clenching of the teeth. Her face looks relaxed. Her form is near perfection. If you go back and you look at the end of the 200 meter from a different angle, again, her strides are her stride length are fine. Her upper body is fine. There is no indication to me of pain. Like there's nothing there that would imply that there's an issue. However, the fact that she is missing from today's 100 meters at the Tom Jones Memorial, where we kind of got the impression she was going to run in the 100 meters, could mean that there may be an issue, or Coach Dennis Shavers is doing because this is not the first time we've seen him pull her from a race that we expected her to run. So maybe he's just being very cautious. As I said, even the look on her face after the races, she just looks calm and relaxed. I see nothing that indicates that we need to be worried. So maybe the tape, because there's an issue. You do remember that when she ran that 200 meter indoors, when she was coming off that curve, and those curves are very tight indoors. They call it the short track 200 meters. She did look as if there was some sort of injury issue, and we didn't see her run the following week, which was anticipated running. So I am thinking that maybe the tape is more the supportive and preventative, meaning the tape on her back, the back of her thigh, the left leg, upper thigh of her left leg, that purple tape that is running down from her shorts. I think it's probably more supportive because I see nothing that indicates injury or pain. She just looks quite okay. Maybe they're aware of something that they believe they need to put this supportive tape to ensure as a preventative medicine. In other words, just to ensure that the thigh or the leg is not pressured or pushed. And by the way, these surgical tapes, if they're placed in a particular way, they can be preventative. I'm sure that won't be the first time you have seen. If you don't know much about track and field, sometimes they put these tapes there to support the muscle should there be a weakness in the muscle, there's an issue or there's concern. So I'm thinking this is more preventative than injury. And I think he's just doing what he always does. He put her down to run 1 or 2 or 3 things, and she tends to just do basically one and maybe the relay. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Do you think there's an issue because she has a tape? I also want to big up DAND6450. Thank you so much, boss, for pointing this out to me. I just really didn't see it at first. So really appreciate of it. I tell you, the Royals here are the very, very best. You are Royals, kings and queens. Bless up.